Mr. Egan, you are a second felony offender. Your offenses are cognitive knowledge of a juvenile and attempted cognitive knowledge of a juvenile. You were sentenced on July 25th, 2019. You were sentenced to, for the cognitive knowledge, 8 years, 6 months at hard labor, suspend all but 5 years and 6 months. Upon release, 5 years supervised probation. Concurrent attempted cognitive knowledge of a juvenile, 3 years at hard labor, suspended all but 1 year and 6 months. Upon release, 5 years supervised probation. Both of these sentences are running concurrent, so your total sentence is 8 years and 6 months. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your parole date was November 21st, 2019. You're not eligible for good time, and your good full term date is August 21st, 2022. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your case has been assigned to Ms. Pearl Wise. Ms. Wise?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ms. Wise.
You gave us a lot of material to read.
I did.
You did, and I read all your material. And unfortunately, this panel is not equipped to address that. And you recognize that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, I sent it for at least research purposes, because you said it all all the information that I received, that if I had anything to add, that's what I added.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You did. You added that. Tell me about any programs you've had since you've been down. What programs have you had?
The only one I was able to actually successfully attend is pre-release.
Okay.
Unfortunately, all other classes were either backlogged, and then COVID shut everything down.
Gotcha. So have you made any mention about that you wanted to go to the sex offender treatment program? Have you asked?
Mm-hmm.
You asked?
It was backlogged, yes, ma'am.
It was backlogged. Okay. All righty. Tell me, if you are successful today, what are your plans?
Well, I have money in investments, and there is actually a software program I intend to create so this doesn't have.
Yeah, I read that.
So this is that would be the first step that I would actually do.
Okay, but you do have money invested. Where would you live?
Well, currently I have no address, only because of the fact that I lost it coming to prison. So I would have to get temporary housing until I can get my money from investments, and I could live anywhere. So I'd probably go back to New Orleans.
Okay, that's what you're thinking of.
Yes, ma'am.
But and also, you have to look objectively at your criminal record and what you're accumulating. It's very concerning. I don't know what you need to do.
Well, I already know.
But you need to figure it out.
All that I already have.
Because you were on supervision when you committed this offense, but it just didn't come to light until after you were off supervision. So your case was satisfactorily closed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's concerning, for me. That's very, very concerning. And like I said, you really need to figure it out. And I do want to inform you that you do have law enforcement opposition, and you have the victim's parents. They are opposed to your early release.
I already know.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I just got to inform you of that.
Right.
That's all I had, Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Wise. Mrs. Renaza.
I don't have any questions. Thank you, Mr. Roche.
Thank you. Mr. Geoghegan, were you a registered sex offender at the time you were arrested and convicted?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Warren Cooley, is there any comment, remarks, or observations?
No, sir, I have none.
Thank you, Warren Cooley. Mr. Egan, would you like to make a brief closing statement?
At this time, no.
Thank you. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes.
Ms. Wise?
Mr. Coogan, due to your lack of programs and the law enforcement opposition, my vote is to deny your early release today. I just continue to work hard, continue to request the programs, and we'll just see what happens. And right back when you're eligible for a rehearing.
Ms. Renazza?
I concur with Ms. Wise. My vote today also is to deny because of the lack of programs and the opposition that's been expressed. I wish you well. Good luck, Sean.
Mr. Egan, you have received 2 votes to deny your request. I too would agree with my colleagues this morning based on the lack of rehabilitative programs, victim opposition, and opposition from law enforcement in the legal community. My vote is to deny also. You have received 3 votes to deny your request. Your request has been denied. You have a good day.
You know, I do wish Miss Wise would have gotten into the information that he included in his packet. I wish we could have heard him seen him squirm around and try to explain how, oh, well, he was 16 and the consenting age is 17 and poor me. You know, what happened was, this is in 2013 that he was caught, and this hearing took place in 2020. Thank you, Richard, for sharing this information. And wait till I share with you what happened after he got out. Just wait. I know we probably won't be surprised, but the judge and DA would say, how is it possible? A low risk score. So the child, posted an ad on Craigslist that he wanted to engage in, this type of activity. Our cockroach over here emailed him and said, hey, I'll engage. And then the kid admitted, he said, I'm only 16. The guy said, age doesn't matter. It's just a number. Went to the house. They did the act. He was 33. The kid was 16. The mom was going through her son's email and saw it. Rightfully, thankfully, reached out to the detectives. The detectives then put him in front of a judge. While in front of the judge, he was already a registered offender. He had already committed these acts. He was actually on supervised release, and still the judge gives all those years suspended. He thought that it was okay for him just to be put in prison for a little bit. Kick the ball down the road. What's the big deal? It's just children. What do you think he did the second he got out? I know the low risk score algorithm people are going to freak out when they see this, but what do you think he did when he got out?
Faces charges in a child cyber crime operation. The Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office says deputies arrested 44-year-old Sean Michael Geoghegan. They say investigators posed as a 14-year-old male online, and during the course of the operation, Geoghegan attempted to solicit the minor for sexual activity and send explicit photographs. Authorities say Geoghegan made arrangements to meet up with the fictitious minor, and that's when authorities took him into custody. They say he's a registered sex offender with previous charges related to carnal knowledge of a juvenile and indecent behavior with a juvenile.
Remember, his good time date was 2023. This article was written June 2023. Pretty much the second he got out of prison, he fell for this. And thank you, for the detectives, for the crime squad that did this. That's what I'm talking about. They said, no, we're not going to fall for your dumb algorithms. We're not going to fall for the DA and the judge just saying, let's kick the ball down the road. No, we're going to put him back in prison where he belongs. This is the 3rd time that he's been caught. It's recent. This only happened, today's October 20th, so it's only 4 months. He's still sitting in jail. He probably hasn't had his court date yet. We don't know what he's been sentenced. I hope the judge throws him away for life. It's his 3rd strike. It's his 3rd felony. It's his 3rd offense, but we don't know because in Louisiana, it's just children. If it had been possession with intent to distribute, if it had been something like that, if he had robbed a bank, if he had stolen a purse, if he had damaged someone else's car, forget about it. I mean, but a child, not a big deal. Probably wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it, but here it is. And when we do get updates of this case and his sentence, I'll share it with you. With that, I'll let you go.